Hey guys, how's it going? It's Khan, TDK, Mr. So Real, and welcome to the 2017 first ever Good or Garbage. This is the #1 place where you can find an honest answer about which weapons, gear mods, gear sets, all of that stuff you should be buying with your very hard-earned credits. Now those credits could be your Dark Zone credits, your Phoenix credits, or even your field credits. Now with this week's Good or Garbage, we're going to hurry up and try and get into as many of these things as we can. I'm going to try to cover all of the things that I believe are important and should not be missed. There are going to be some things that I will not cover, and those things are pretty much garbage. So you might as well forget about those. So why don't we get started with this week's Good or Garbage? Let's go. Alright, starting with the special blueprints vendor, getting on to the 257 blueprints, we have the military M9. This is a pistol. We have the MG5 blueprint. This is a light machine gun. We have the electronics mask blueprint. We have the firearms glove blueprint. We have the high velocity magazine blueprint. We have the quick release magazine blueprint. We have the performance gear mod blueprint, and we have the firearms gear mod blueprint. Everything else is of the 229 variant. So getting into my picks for this week, definitely you want to get the firearms gear mod blueprint. Performance is kind of a meh if you're looking for something to kind of enhance these skills that you like to use. The quick release is a kind of a pass, but I would definitely say maybe you should pick up the high velocity magazine just because it gives you critical hit chance, and that could be something you may want to use on some of the weapons that you don't necessarily need a higher magazine count, like maybe your sniper rifle or maybe your shotgun, depending on what you like to use it for. The rest of this stuff I'm not really a big fan of, especially this military M9 pistol. The MG5, I've gotten tons of those from Survival, so I don't need any more of those, but that is just me. If you are looking for a light machine gun, this may be the way to go, but personally, I'm only really looking forward to the high velocity magazine and the firearms gear mod. So those are some of the ones that I like. Let's get on to the other vendors and see what they have this week. All right, now at the special equipment vendor, the Liberator has a 23% enemy armor damage, which is fantastic. The Valkyria is killing it with a 39% critical hit damage, which is really good. Historian kind of meh headshot. The Police 686 Magnum, if you want to be Dirty Harry, you can try and pick one of those up, but for 998 Phoenix credits, I say pass. The Navy MP5 with 35% critical hit damage and 19.1 with this character. I love the Navy MP5, but personally 35% could be a lot better, especially for 1200 Phoenix credits. Definitely, I have to say pass. There are better ways to spend your Phoenix credits. Now getting into the monster. The monster for this week is basically the enhanced ACRE. It is a return of the king. Now, if you missed out on the ACRE from about maybe 3 weeks ago, it's time to jump on. This one comes with Meticulous, it comes with Brutal, and it comes with Unforgiving. Now, Unforgiving and Brutal are two really good perks. Meticulous is no slouch either. If you are looking for an ACR, this is a very good one to get, especially with 23% enemy armor damage. Now, just for shits and giggles, if you want to compare to the original Beats from the East, we have 23.6% base damage on the one that could be bought a couple weeks ago. So just so you know, the enemy armor damage is the same, but this is what it is. I got Deadly, Accurate, and Fierce on this one. So yeah, it's not quite as much base damage, but it's still a very good weapon. All right, now getting on to some of the other ones. This Sausage is a pass. The Stagger is too low. The SRS, I really love this sniper rifle, but the headshot damage is just too low, 164. This MG5, why would you buy this when you can just buy the blueprint and probably craft one but 14% damage to targets out of cover with 17.3 base damage prepared in Swift and Destructive. The talents basically suck, so I would say no. Really and truly, I only like to recommend things for gear that are 1250 and above. This is 1250, but the rest of the skills are not that great. The other things in here that I would definitely recommend that I could see being amazing. This Hunter's Faith bag is not bad. The armor roll is a little bit but it does come with 56% ammo capacity. Plus it comes with 1,259 firearms. That is not bad. So if you're looking for something for Hunter's Faith, that could do you right. Some of the other stuff I'm not really feeling. These Nomad knee pads at 1266 are pretty good. You may want to roll critical hit damage for armor. 11% damage to enemy armor is really good. Plus you get increased kill XP, so that is another goodie that you may want to check out. The holster, are too low. None of the holsters are worth talking about. But these Savage gloves, I would like to. The armor on them is nice, but it comes in electronics and you get critical hit chance and damage to elites. If you can live with that, maybe, but not the highest on my list of things to pick up. These Reclaimer gloves have a really nice marksman damage, but no. And the rest of this stuff is pretty much, poo-poo. That is all that I can really see for the things that are being sold at this vendor. Why don't we go upstairs and see what is being sold at the other vendor for basic field credits. All right, now at the advanced weaponry vendor, in order to save time and really to save you guys the headache, he doesn't have anything. All of this stuff is straight trash. It's garbage. If you don't believe me, you can go and check it out for yourself. Let's move on to somewhere else. We'll take a look at the other vendors. If I find something really worth talking about, I definitely will. But in the meantime, the advanced weaponry vendor, he's got nothing. All right, so let's keep it moving. Alright, now the weapons vendor in the base of operations actually has a pretty nice tactical vector ACP. Now the good thing about this is that it has 38% critical hit damage. The base damage is at 20.8 with my character, which isn't too bad. He also has Unforgiving, Vicious, and Destructive. These may not be talents that you would normally think are really good, but when you look at them and think about them, they're actually not that bad and can synergize quite well. Now with Unforgiving, you get a 10% damage increase if you are missing one segment of your bar. With 2 segments of your bar missing, you get a 25% damage increase. Now with Vicious, your critical hit chance is increased by 10% when you have more than 10 segments of your bar. So basically what that means is that as long as you have 2 pieces of your bar, you will get Vicious, 10% more critical hit chance, plus you will get 10% damage with Unforgiving. Now if you still have a full bar, you won't get that damage from Unforgiving, but you will get Vicious, that 10% crit hit chance increase. Plus you get Destructive, which is passive and gives you 15% damage to enemy armor, and that's always a good thing. So if you think about it, maybe your sweet spot could be having 2 pieces of health, maybe 1 segment missing. You would get 15% destruction to enemy armor, you would get 10% critical hit chance increase, and you would get 10% base damage all over. And if you hit into only having 1 segment of health, you may not get the bonus from Vicious, but you would get 25% damage straight out from Unforgiving, and you would still get the 15% armor destruction from Destructive. Plus, on top of all of that, you get 38% critical hit damage. So it's not bad and pretty good pickup. I wouldn't mind picking one of these up myself. I'm not really a Vector fan, but if you are, this is a pretty good one to get. So why don't we see what other things are being sold around in the open world, see if there's anything worth talking about. Let's go. Alright, now it seems that Camp Hudson is not to be outdone when it comes to shotguns. Now, there was a shotgun that is being sold But this one, I'm not really sure if I would say this is better, but I will say that it will save you Phoenix credits. Now the stagger is not up to the 340.5, but this is 317.5 with a lower base damage as well, going from 107 I believe to 103. Now the difference between the two is this one has Unforgiving in the first slot, Meticulous in the second, and it has Brutal in third. So in my really super honest opinion, I would say this is probably the best bet. It's the best bang for your buck. Coming from a shotgun, that's a lot, but basically if you're trying to think of how many Phoenix credits do I really need to re-roll for this, I would say none. Having Brutal, having Meticulous, and Unforgiving are really good. The only thing about this one that is not as good as the other one in Kerman Station is that the base damage is lower and the stagger is probably substantially lower, but with stagger it kind of is what it is. It'll still stagger them. That's kind of up to you. If you have the Phoenix credits and you want to re-roll the other one, maybe take Competent off. If you don't have the electronics, then that's cool. But if that is not an option for you, or if you just said, hey man, I want to get something now, I want to get it good and I want it to work, then this is, in my opinion, probably a better option. The damage is about 4k less, but that stagger is also less. But hey man, Unforgiving 25% if you're in low health. Meticulous, that thing refilling instantly, plus those bullets from Meticulous don't count from your reserves. That's free ammo, so that could be something really good for those of you who like to run shotgun. Let's see what else is going on. Okay, at the last call, this is definitely not God tier, but it's something that I think I need to mention just in case you feel like buying this. Now, I have a slight rule when it comes to ARs. If the assault rifle damage, basically the enemy armor damage, I should say, if the enemy armor damage is not in the 20, I really want to say 22 to 23, 24%, I would not recommend this. Being that this is sub 20, it's only at 19. But that base damage though, the base damage is at 23, which is not too bad, especially with a faster firing lightweight M4. And we all know that the lightweight M4s are really good. Is it as good as the one from last week? Probably not. But if you didn't get that one and you didn't have the Phoenix credits for it and you want to just buy out for straight credits, you got this one. Vicious, capable, deadly, not bad. So it's not bad. The enemy armor damage is really low, not to my liking, but I just wanted to make sure that people knew that this was being sold this week, just in case you missed last week's M4, lightweight M4. You may want to check this out. Capable, I would probably re-roll, take that off. Personally, I would go with Brutal, but that's just me. You could go for whatever you like. Yeah, the enemy armor damage definitely a little bit low for my liking, but if you need a lightweight M4, this is a pretty decent one you can go with. Let's hope and see that they have something else better being sold somewhere in either the Dark Zone or other vendors. And if you need some info on how to set up your lightweight M4 in terms of attachments, you can check out one of my other videos that I did this week on how to set up your attachments for a lightweight M4. And also I go over the recoil pattern in a different one so that you can maximize your damage and make sure that you get the best out of your lightweight M4. All right, with that all being said, if you feel like picking this up, go ahead and do so. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you did, and if you don't mind that 19% enemy armor damage. All right, let's see what else is being sold. The Firewall has something that most people are usually looking for every week, and that is a prototype stamina mod with armor. Now this stamina mod is 253 stamina, plus it comes with 256 armor. It is the return of the armor monster. So if you need these to deck out your character to have even more health and even more armor, then this is a good place to pick it up. It costs you about 168,000 credits, so make sure you have enough of those. But yeah, this is a pretty decent pickup, and that is in this vendor at the Firewall. So let's move on, see what else is being sold this week. All right, in DZ4, man, oh man, if you needed some armor and that other gear mod that was stamina did not float your boat, here you go. We've got a firearms gear mod piece that is 266 firearms. That is pretty damn high up there. I think that is the top of the line. Plus we have armor at 244. Now the armor at 244 could be a bit better, but still 266 on the firearms is really good. Now if you need that much firearms and you do need some armor on your mods, then here you go. Go up in DZ4 and try to pick some of them up. It's 21,000 credits, and yeah, there you go. Now the performance mod is not quite as amazing with mobile cover health, and that's pretty poop. So the only thing you'll need to get out of DZ4 definitely should be the prototype firearms mod. Alright guys, that is all for this week's Good or Garbage. I hope that this video helped you guys out a lot and you found something worth purchasing, something worth your credits, Phoenix credits, DZ credits, or field credits. If it did, and if this video helped you out, remember to hit that like button, as it does help the channel and it does help videos like these stay in rotation so that other people can see them and possibly learn something just like you did. So if you like this, remember to hit that like button, it helps a lot. Alright, that is all for this week. I tried to keep it as quick and tight as I could. That's pretty much it. I hope you pick up that ACR if you didn't get the one from a couple weeks ago. And yeah, leave a comment in the comment section if there's anything that I may have missed that you thought was good. And if not, I will catch you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace.